Welcome back to my channel. I'm Nina. If you guys are new, this is the red elevator, and today we are going to get real. I'm about to drop a list of design trends that I just cannot get behind anymore. I have to share it with you guys to get it off of my soul because it's hurting me so much. Now, remember, these are just my opinions. If you're doing this and you like it, then I am all for it. But hey, that's the beauty of design, right? So let's dive into these trends that I can't stand. Let's kick things off with the infamous accent wall. No more accent walls, just no more. I mean, it had a second where it just looked kind of fun and different, and then everybody just went with it for decades and decades and decades. Like, we just can't do it anymore. So that has to go. This pop of color that is screaming behind you on one wall that is not connected to anything else in the room but matching pillows. I mean, guys, look how bad this looks. I'm sorry to tell you. If you have it, just paint it. It only is one wall after all. So they just feel dated. You have a timestamp on your wall that the last time you looked at this room was maybe the 90s. It's disjointed from the rest of the room, and it can make a space feel incredibly unbalanced and draw attention to the wrong part of the room. Like, why would we need to stare at a wall when we want to stare at the entirety of the room? I don't even know why this trend even happened. I never did it. I never fell for it, guys. So let's get rid of it. Better alternatives. Okay, I'm here not just to hate on things I don't like, but to also give you an alternative. Whatever that wall color is, take it to the rest, right? So an alternative would be tone on tone treatment. I love this. We are doing this in so many places. Be bold. Live your life dangerously. Take that burgundy paint, paint your doors, paint your surrounds, your casing, your moldings, your baseboards, and go nuts. Look how good this looks. Pink and red. I'm not kidding you. Can be absolutely gorgeous. Do mint green and, you know, a beautiful warm green with it. This is what we call tone on tone, and it is the new accent wall, and it can be very chic. Now, a second alternative, if you can't go that bold, I understand, it takes guts, then highlight architectural details instead of just your wall. Your wall cannot be that interesting. So you can highlight architectural elements with paint. And for example, you can do your surround. You can do your casing of your door and your door in a different color. I did that all over my home. All of my doors are black. I love them. I did this 10 years ago and I still love it. Or just do your crown moldings or do a banister. Like, there's so many ways of bringing in paint that can make your room and your home feel very high end without looking dated. Another alternative, which I love, 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 and I fully support, is color drenching. So instead of the accent wall, take that paint and go everywhere. Go to the ceilings, go to the walls, go to the baseboards, go to all the moldings, everywhere and everything that you see. And you can do this in a small room if you're too scared to do it, and feel the power of it. After all, it's just paint. You can paint over it if you don't like it. And I just think it is marvelous. Next design trend I can't stand. And in fact, I think I got a sharp pain in my stomach, I kid you not, are slatted walls. I cannot take it anymore. It's everywhere. When a trend that is good takes over, it was kind of like, do you guys remember when the zigzag, what do you call that? Chevron, yeah. Even the videographer is agreeing with me, she's shaking her head. When I saw the chevron pattern, initially, I was like, wow, the black and white, right? Black and white chevron, everybody's seen it. When it appeared on the suitcases at Walmart, I'm like, we've gone too far. And the slatted walls are now practically on the suitcases at Walmart. So unfortunately, this has got to go. It's just too ubiquitous. There are so many inexpensive versions of it that are out there that are just making the good kind look worse. So here's an alternative. Use classic wood paneling. Opt for traditional wainscoting. Remember, anything that is trendy is going to go out of style, but traditional paneling in a warm wood is always going to be classic. Now, another thing you can do as an alternative to this horrible trend is tile work. Consider using tiles to create interest on your walls. Large format tiles, intricate mosaics, Anything that is 3D, that has texture, that has a patina is going to look smashing. Another alternative, my favorite, wallpaper. This is not a shameless plug, but perhaps it is. But I've designed a wallpaper collection with BELLINI. Our #1 selling collection is, of course, as you can imagine, French landscape. It's a beautiful landscape, trees that I have seen in Europe, and we put them on walls. I think it looks absolutely stunning and a great way to change up your space. Now, if you don't know which way to go, guess what? You can call me. You can call me on my Zoom and I can get on the phone with you. So there is a very easy way if you guys are really at a loss as to what to do in your space. I can tell you so many people have found so much value in it, and every time they get off the phone, they're like, God, I wish I called earlier. I struggled for so long. I made so many mistakes. I lost so much money. Well, no longer. All you have to do is click the Zoom link in the description section. Boom, my calendar in Zoom pops up. And we can schedule a 25-minute call. Not the end of the world. We get to meet face to face. You guys always have the biggest smiles on your face when you meet me. You're like, oh my God, I get to meet you and it's so fun and I love you guys. So make sure and click the description section, the Zoom link, so that we can meet perhaps for a consultation. All right, now let's get personal. This is a controversial one and I'm gonna get a lot of hate for it, but I have to be absolutely honest. Family photos are a no. Why? Well, partly because I am emotionally scarred by my past, maybe, where I just don't want to be reminded of everything that happened in my life. And looking at photos just takes me back in time. And it's also part of this idea of living in the moment, which is where your happiness really lives, because focusing on the past isn't going to bring you joy. And thinking about the future all the time is just a waste of time because you don't know what's waiting for you. Living in the moment is where we want to be. And having photos, although could be romantic and cute and all of those things, to me is a no. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you guys are going to disagree. I know you're going to disagree. And I'm okay with those that want to have it up and it makes them feel good. If it makes you feel good, then wonderful. If you have to do it, I have an alternative for you. What I don't want to see are these large canvas family portraits that you took on that beach vacation in 2002 that are now forever on your wall and you have all grown up. But there are ways of doing this that is chic and even include your family in them, but in a way that's more artistic. So one way is to do a gallery, and on gallery walls, you could absolutely have family photos. Just make sure they're artistic and they're not like the posy Sears kind. Just do ones where, you know, your children are running on the beach, or you get a great moment of one of them, perhaps, you know, kissing their pet or whatever it may be. And you can create a cohesive gallery wall using black and white family photos in a variety of different frames. You can mix in some art, mix in some prints, mix in some vintage photographs, and then, wow, you actually have something that's cool that really is a reflection of your style. Quickly, you can do high quality framing and do like oversized matting with a little small photo. You know, maybe it's a silhouette of you walking down the staircase, something fun that could work. I don't know why, but visitors they want to come see you. They don't want to see all of your family photos. It's a little intrusive also when they're sitting there like analyzing. I don't know, there's something about it that just really bothers me. Perhaps I need some therapy. Okay, by the time this video comes out, I think we're going to be at like 96 or 97,000, I hope. And you know I'm going to do the ugly dance at 100,000, and you guys have been writing and saying, Nina, we need to see this dance. So I'm going to have to do it. I was kidding at first, but now I'm going to have to ridicule myself. So if you guys want me to ridicule myself, click the subscribe button, because when I get to 100,000, I'm going to do a dance and we're going to do a giveaway. So as promised, if you click that subscribe button, it means the world to me. And for those of you that are new, at least you'll get alerted of the future videos. Okay, next big problem, LED lights that are overdone and in color. Okay, we can't do this. No, we can't have LED strip lights everywhere. I've seen them overdone, especially in homes where there's typically a bachelor. I don't know what it is with bachelors and LED lights, but they love them. And I think that there's a place for them that's subtle, which I'll get into, but anything that is too much of a good thing is a bad thing, especially when they're colorful. I think if you have them at all, eliminate the color and only place them in very, very specific areas. Instead, opt for elegant wall sconces of, for instance, your television. If you want to bring in, instead of framing your television with an LED light, which by the way, nobody wants to highlight their television, put some beautiful sconces. Or picture lights. Picture lights are really great to consider because they add that layer of, sophistication into your home, and they just look beautiful visually. If you love color, I'm okay with that. Why not have a moment, make it artistic? Maybe it balances out a specific artwork that you have in a room. Use a smart bulb in a traditional fixture. So you can have your bulb that actually changes color. We'll link the ones that we know work well from Philips, and you can change the color of the bulb for fun. Maybe you have a moment where you have an evening dinner party and it's a theme, Halloween, and you can turn it orange. Why not? I'm not saying don't have fun. I'm just saying do it nicely. Now brace yourselves for this one. Well, you guessed it. Yeah. The darling of the DIY influencers everywhere is on its way out. The black matte fixture. It had a moment. It was good. Believe me, I liked it. I had it. I used it. But now I'm worried. I'm worried that it's already dated because it was so sort of done. And it is done and overdone. So if you're thinking of renovating and you're wondering what color to bring, I would stay away from black because it's going to take you back to 2020, 2022. And we're already going to be thinking about 2025 and onward. So pick a chrome, pick a polished nickel, pick an aged brass. But, unlacquered brass is a beautiful living finish. That's my favorite patina at the moment. And I don't think I'll ever get over beautiful patina that changes over time. I think it has character and it's a vintage inspired look. And I think that will bring a lot of depth and complexity into your space and add warmth without really feeling trendy. Okay, so since so many of you ask, and these are my number one absolute favorite jeans of all time, and I'm not even kidding, I'm going to show you this outfit. You're going to die. These jeans are amazing. Look at the cuff at the bottom, the shape of them. It's like a very subtle balloon and it looks great with a little kitten heel. I've worn these with high heels. They work amazing and they work great during day or night. Night, you just throw on a blazer and it just looks, I can't say enough about these jeans and how obsessed I am with them. They go with me everywhere I go for now. My top is just an old tank top that I own. My shoes are the new kitten heels by Saint Laurent, which I love. And what else can I tell you? My belt is Urban Outfitters. Last but not least, let's talk about the ultra modern look. The one all sleek lines, minimalist vibes, quartzite, LED light, polished everything. No. While sleek and visually appealing from a distance, ultra-modern interiors often lack warmth and personality, and they just scream spec. And you don't want a spec house. You want a custom designed house that makes you feel like you walked into a designer home. And the emphasis on the clean lines and minimal decor can result in spaces that feel really sterile and uninviting. So if you walk into a home that's like that, and I'm not telling you to, destroy your cabinets and your countertops and redo it, bring in things that are rustic to balance the sleek. If everything is polished, bring things that are matte. If everything is new and shiny, bring things that are vintage. You get it. I hope you enjoyed the things I hate the most, or the things that are on their way out. Of course, you guys know I don't hate anything. I love everything. I love you guys. If you have some of these trends, I'm totally okay with it. I just love to create content that makes you think a little bit outside the box, makes you revisit and reimagine your space, and makes you live a better life. I can't wait to see you guys again here next week on this channel, The Red Elevator.